Hello, and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in Forza Horizon 4 for a brand new episode of Stock vs. Tuned that was heavily requested on multiple videos, and that is the Lamborghini Centenario versus the BMW M4 GTS. Now, this is a very interesting matchup, and I'm not sure how some of you guys came up with it, but I am very excited to put these two up against each other, obviously with the Centenario being stock and the M4 GTS being tuned. So, without any further ado, let's take the Centenario out to the highway and see what it will do in stock form. So really, it just feels like an Aventador, except faster. That's literally what it feels like. It feels like a slightly twitchier, slightly dartier, slightly faster Aventador. And whether or not you like the Aventadors, you have to appreciate the Centenario just for what it is. I mean, the interior especially, it's just so crazy. Like, I think the entire description of this car could just be described as crazy. Like, it's just such a crazy car. Like, there's no other way that I can put into words my feelings about this car other than it's just crazy. But it's crazy in the best way possible. And there's something to be said for being crazy in the best way possible. That's definitely what Lamborghini has done over the years, is just made crazy cars in the best way possible. So I'm sure this thing is going to let us use launch control even stock. So so we'll launch at about 4,800 RPM. 3, 2, 1, go. That was no drama. None whatsoever. That was the most drama-free launch I think I've ever had from any car. Oh, we got a lot of traffic. Yep. That's annoying. That is properly annoying. I like to do it with the traffic because sometimes it makes it more interesting, but other times it makes it really frustrating. Come on! Boom! 188.2 miles an hour, so 188. Now, whether or not the BMW M4 GTS can run, which, by the way, I'm only going to say BMW M4 GTS, like, a certain amount of times. Probably only twice. After this point, I'm just going to call it the BMW, because it's, like, such a long name to say over and over and over again. But 188 miles an hour is very fast, and I don't think the BMW is going to get it stock, but I think it might get somewhere close, whereas when it's tuned, I think it's going to monster it. So let's go ahead and head back to the garage now, grab the stock M4 GTS, and see how close it can get to 188 miles an hour. So many pops and crackles. Literally all of them. Like every single downshift. And then you just let off. And it's all just pops and crackles. That's it. It's such a hilarious car. Fun to slide around in, too. Really fun to slide around in. Whoop. Even though it might not be the most powerful thing in the world, it's still a really fun car. Really fun car. I'm sure it's going to be a blast to drift around the roundabout. Okay, come on. Come on. Do what I want you to do. Come on. There we go. Couple clutch kicks later, and it's very, very consistent. Like, we're talking extremely consistent. Ooh. I love the seats, too. The seats are so cool looking. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing down to the speed trap. Let's see if it can do a proper, like, launch control start. It slips a little bit off the line. Come on. Now, like I said, I don't think this is going to get to that 188 miles an hour stock, but it may get relatively close. We got a lot of traffic right now. Damn. Come on. Okay, so 162 versus 188. So it's fairly close in the grand scheme of things. It's not like, you know, a car that can go crazy fast and then a car that's like just a little econo box. Like, this thing can actually move. So with that being said, we're going to head back to the garage now and see what we can cook up with this thing, because I think it's got a very, very good chance of beating that 188 mile per hour trap speed set by the Centenario. All right, so for the build of the M4 GTS, let's see where we should start first. I'm going to keep the stock engine in it. And you know what? Before I do that, I just want to see, I mean, yeah, fine, we'll install the intake. But what I want to see is I want to see what the PI of the Centenario is. And I want to make sure we're not, like, going crazy far over the Centenario's PI. So let's go down to Lamborghini and look at the Centenario. So we're looking at an S2 918 PI. So that gives us a pretty decent bit of room. So let's do the rest of the power mods, or at least as many as we can do, because I don't think we're going to be able to do all of them. Race cams, valve train, block, turbos. Oh, 884. 884. So we have 10 more PI left. We are currently on a sport tire. So that's going to be a little iffy to put that power to the ground. But you know what? I'm going to stick on the sport tire because I think we're going to be okay with it. And then I'm going to space the wheels just a little. Like, not much, but just... I think, well, first step for the back, second step for the rear. Or, no, first step for the... second step for the front, first step for the... Sorry. I'm completely now, like, completely confused with that now. Anyway, let's see about doing some wheels. And these don't really reduce any weight, but they don't add any either. I mean, some of them add weight, but we won't use those. We either want to stay the same weight or drop weight. So let's go... none of those are kind of, like, jumping out at me. These add... 2s actually, not only do they reduce weight, but I think they look really good. I think that could actually complement the look of the car. I really do. I mean, I think it's a good-looking wheel that suits the idea that we're trying to go for, and I think we should run it. So we can delete the wing, but I'm not going to, and we could do... Show up. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to be getting done either. So now let's head back to the highway and see what our modified M4 GTS can do and see if it can beat that 188. Now I'm expecting it to be pretty lively, especially since it's raining out, but actually... Wow, it's grabbing traction in like third and fourth. That's really good. It actually seems like it's handling the power pretty well. I mean, you could still obviously get it sideways if that's what you want to do. And it'll stay sideways for longer, that's for sure. Whoop! It's definitely easier to get it sideways under power now. But it's definitely not... Oh, it doesn't have a ton of steering angle. Okay, because we hit the steering angle pretty fast. Like, maximum steering angle we hit pretty fast. Let's do a little drift lap just to see. Like, if you stay right about here, this is kind of its, like, you know, this is kind of like its happy place in terms of angle. But if you go much further past that, you probably won't be able to... Yep, it doesn't want to correct past that. So that's where you run out of steering angle. Now, I'm going to have to ease it off the line because it's raining. But like I said, once it gets up to about third, it seems to be pretty good. So no boost. Let's ease it off the line. That's half throttle. That's half throttle. And that's full in third. That's actually not bad. Oh my God. We really... You suck. I hate you. You are annoying is what you are. Wow, even with a little bit of a touch of that other car, we did 192. Thus, beating the Centenario with a slightly lower PI. So that is what I would call a win. I mean, if we beat it with a slightly lower PI, that's a win for stock versus tuned in my book. I mean, like, that's like classic stock versus tuned in my mind. That's how it should be. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave your suggestions in the comment section below, like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you all for watching.